Welcome to Paint the Chat podcast. Presented by Blockade Media. Now, here are your hosts, the big swinger, Mr. Robin Vogt, and fast on the bases, Mr. Sean Michaud.
He's a big spark plug.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Painting the Chat podcast. Woo! Episode 20 coming at you live here on this fine Monday evening over there.
Tweeted as we just started.
Who just tweeted, Mr. Sean?
Just tweeted.
What did Shams Strania say?
Free agent guard Trey Jones has agreed to a 3-year, $24 million deal to return to the Chicago Bulls.
Are you telling me, Sean, that we breaking news? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, it is breaking news.
So Jones is heading back to the Chicago Bulls. We've had a bunch of moves. Good evening, folks. Once again, before we get right into it, how's it going? This is your host, Robin Vogt here. Of course, over there is Mr. Sean Michaud. Sean, how's it going this evening?
I'm doing great. I'm having a great week so far. Yeah. It's a Monday. I only have the day off Fridays. 4th of July is coming up, so can't complain with that. So how about you?
No. Yeah, not too bad. You know, life is good with a little kiddo in the house and getting ready for July 4th and all the festivities. I hope everybody is being safe. They're planning their safe July 4th fireworks shows within their neighborhoods and whatever else. All right. Hold on. It's going to be a night full of it, Mr. Sean Michaud. I am unhappy about this.
How many times are we going to press this button?
We're going to hit that button a lot, so I hope everybody watching at home understands that. Sean, free agent guard D'Angelo Russell has agreed to a 2-year, $13 million deal with the Dallas Mavericks, sources tell ESPN. He's going to go play with Cooper Flag. Sean, my Brooklyn Nets lose D'Angelo Russell to free agency. I don't know. Unless we're going after Cole Anthony, right? There's been a lot of talk now with the Orlando Magic making moves, Cole Anthony being traded away in order to get Desmond Bane. Cole Anthony's currently in Memphis. Does Cole Anthony get moved? Because they've now just re-signed Jaren Jackson. Also, breaking news. They've re-signed Cam Stewart. Put that down as well. He's back in Memphis. So they are starting to work through their salary cap. And we are starting to see more things come through from Shams Strani in terms of.
I hope your Brooklyn Nets do okay during this offseason trade because you didn't do well during the draft. What day was that? Sunday?
No, that would have been on Thursday night. I believe it was on Thursday.
I lost track of time.
That's totally easy to do. Yeah, the only player I will say that I'm really excited about is Nolan Traore, the French guard, who's going to be playing for us. He's the one that's like the most exciting out of all of them.
That was a good
but we did re-sign, if I'm not mistaken, we re-signed Day'Ron Sharpe, which I'm more than happy about for Brooklyn's end, bringing Day'Ron back for another year. And Zaire Williams. We also brought back. Zaire had a fantastic second half last year. So bringing Day'Ron and him back, you know, Zaire plays small forward, and Day'Ron kind of rotates between the small forward and power forward spots. So we'll see what that does at the end of the day here. But there will be a lot of that breaking news and everything coming through as we get
good breaking news and not terrible breaking news, especially from the Celtics.
I know.
I know you. We tweeted. We're talking about Al Horford might be not signing with Golden State, but like people are looking out. He's free agent.
There's been talk.
I mean, does Al re-sign with the Celtics? I sure hope so. If not, we might have Corver.
Luke Cornett.
Why am I thinking Kyle Korver?
Well, Kyle Korver is a free agent right now, so that wouldn't surprise me. You probably saw that name pop up.
Probably, yeah.
Probably saw that name pop up at this time. Sean, before we get into some more of the NBA news, listen, it's not an episode of the podcast until I do this one thing. Let's give everybody a quick score update before we get. Also buys time for Mr. Sean Trani to get some more breaking news. Yes. Maybe in the middle of the scores, I'm going to have to hit breaking news. Who knows? It's a wild night here on PTC Pod with the NBA free agency underway. Let's get that score update for everybody.
What I love even more is pour it over box scores.
Speaking, breaking news.
Oh, wait, what? Sean, break that news.
Shams just retweeted 18 seconds ago. The Denver Nuggets are trading Michael Porter Jr. and an unprotected 2032 first-round pick to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam Johnson.
There we go. That's it, Brooklyn. Getting Cam. Look at that.
We just manifested.
Ooh, Michael Porter Jr. coming to Brooklyn. That is a great move for Brooklyn. That's the kind of stuff we got to start doing. Boom. Love that. Look for my response to that one. Brooklyn knew that they must have been losing D'Angelo Russell.
Going too fast, and we can't get our score up.
No, Shams is cooking now. Shams is cooking.
You might forget about the score. Go ahead. Go.
Here we go. Let's try
this. What I love even more is pour it over box scores.
Sean Michaud, until Shams Trani can break me in again. Let's give that score update to everybody. The only thing happening in sports this evening, unless you're following the CONCACAF Cup and everything leading up to the World Cup specifically.
Wimbledon is happening.
Or Wimbledon specifically. Of course, along the lines, there is baseball here this evening, Sean. Heading into the bottom of the second, the San Diego Padres and the Philadelphia Phillies are scoreless at 0-0. A rain delay in Pittsburgh yet again. The St. Louis Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates, of course, are at 0-0. Top of the first, just getting kicked off in Toronto. The New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays looking to ride it high after a decent series in Boston, looking to try to pick up some places in the wild card. We will, of course, get into that. Sean, on 1975 tradition, looking back night at Fenway Park, the Cincinnati Reds take on the Boston Red Sox. They are wearing throwback jerseys this evening to the 1975 team. Cannot wait to see those and get that out there. So
look nice.
Cincinnati versus Boston, 7:10 live from Fenway Park. Of course, you can watch that over on Nesson for all you local sports fans. The the Athletics take on the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay Rays at 47-37. Sean, I did not expect this from this Tampa Bay Rays team. They are playing really good baseball right now.
Hot.
They are hot.
Just like the Tampa weather.
That's right. Baltimore Orioles take on the Texas Rangers. Both teams trying to figure it out at 8:05 p.m. Sean, the Kansas City Royals taking on the Seattle Mariners. Both teams looking great for a little bit, but now kind of sliding back, figuring out what is going on there. And, of course, at 9:40, the red-hot San Francisco Giants taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are 41-42 and hovering in that wild card spot. The Philadelphia Phillies just scored on the San Diego Padres 1-0. Sean, what do you got for me over there?
I just missed a minute ago. Again with the Grizzlies.
And Sean, gotta play it every time. Gotta play it every time.
Free agent guard Ty Jerome has agreed a 3-year, $28 million deal with the Memphis Grizzlies, with player options in year 3.
Yeah.
So Grizzlies are having a night tonight.
Yeah, Grizzlies are having a fantastic night. Jeez, they're figuring out.
I think Brooklyn Nets are going to do something more again tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like that. If for everybody who's on X and follows us, a lot of the Celtics fans are like, "What's going on? Brooklyn making the move for Michael Porter, but we can't make a move for Michael Porter. That's all they wanted was Cam Johnson, and we couldn't have given away like somebody from the Maine Red Claws in order to get him? Like, what are we doing here?
I feel like we are looking for someone else. We'll see what Brett Stevens wants to get. I mean,
that would make sense. Yeah, so Ty Jerome is off to the Memphis Grizzlies. That most certainly means that we are definitely going to see Cole Anthony moved from that Orlando Magic trade, if that's the case. Everybody's commenting on the Denver Nuggets trade to the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, I am still in shock by that trade that I get to actually see a Michael Porter Jr. Brooklyn Nets jersey. You know, you're going to pair him up with Cam Thomas and Nick Claxton and some of these young guys. Like, I am all about it. But it has me wondering too, Sean, you know, Michael Porter Jr. has had such a great relationship with players like Aaron Gordon and others in Denver. Is there a chance that Brooklyn goes and says, hey, we don't just want Michael Porter Jr. We want to bring along somebody that he knows, somebody that he's played with? Could an Aaron Gordon be on the move as well this evening to a Brooklyn Nets team who needs somebody to pair up with Nick Claxton?
I mean, it's possible. I think if the Nets want to do this right and have a potential playoff spot for our next season, yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, because I think we're working towards a wild card spot at least. I think if we can at least snag one of those final spots, and it doesn't take much to snag one. You could play 500 ball. You could go 48-50 like the entire season or whatever else and make the playoffs. Like, it doesn't take much to make the play-in game whatsoever. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on that end. But Sean, let's get to we're talking about my Brooklyn Nets a lot. There's been a lot of those moves already. What about your Boston Celtics? You know, there's been so many rumors circling around Derek White and Jaylen Brown. Teams now, calling up.
Yeah, and now we're getting rumors for Al Horford too. Like, does Brad want to not reinvent the team, but like fix it, but like but we made it to the playoffs really well. It's just because we were hurt, and I don't know. I mean, we know we're not gonna trade Jason Tatum, of course. I highly doubt we're gonna get rid of Derek White, but I don't know. Jaylen Brown might be a possibility, but I hope not.
Right.
We know we talked in the last episode that teams were really looking into him this year. I mean, then compared to last year, he wasn't really looking into it.
Yeah. It's interesting that, of course, you guys are at a point as the Celtics fans and folks who follow the Boston Celtics to try and re-sign Derek White, like really lock Derek White into a long-term contract. I just don't want to see the Celtics pull a Jaylen Brown move similar to Rafael Devers, and you're getting rid of him in order to free up space so you can go get other guys. Who are you going to go get? DeMar DeRozan? Like, you could get DeMar DeRozan without having to get rid of Jaylen Brown. Like, you could just go get him.
Yeah, we could. I mean, we just lost Drew Holiday and we lost Porzingis too. So, which probably have some cap for instance, money for us to spend. So
this isn't breaking news, Sean, because I don't think it warrants breaking news from Sean Stronny. But free agent guard Kevin Porter Jr. has agreed to a 2-year, $11 million deal to return to the Milwaukee Bucks with a player option in 2026-27, sources tell ESPN. The Bucks prioritized bringing back Porter and finalized the deal tonight with his agent, Sam Permu of Rock Nation. This makes a lot of sense for Milwaukee to do that with Damian Lillard missing almost all of next year with his Achilles tear, of course. Kevin Porter is going to be a major part of that lineup, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
We got him on a 2-year, $11 million deal, so they didn't even have to pay too much to maintain his residence in Milwaukee. I know Kevin Porter Jr. had grabbed some interest from the Boston Celtics specifically at one point because of the uncertainties with, okay, do we back up our bench with some folks who have some playoff experience as well? Do we back up our bench with people who could come in like Scary Terry was? If we can't get Terry Rozier, Kevin Porter Jr. can be that guy. But Milwaukee got ahead of it. Very similar to Memphis getting ahead of re-signing Jaren Jackson before anybody could go out and really get him or try and trade for him. So it's interesting to see there are teams that are trying to lock in these guys for quite some time. This is coming in from a source, Ari Report. I don't want to give it full light just yet until Shams, of course, puts it out there. Free agent guard Dennis Schroeder is planning to sign with the Sacramento Kings when free agency opened at 6 p.m. That was at 3:55. We haven't seen that move happen. It's been retweeted multiple times here. He just reported about 3 minutes ago the Sacramento Kings have signed Dennis Schroeder. League sources say deal negotiated by Priority Sports. Of course, it won't be official until Shams puts it back there. Looks like we have yet another move here, Sean.
Yeah. Just
all right, I'll do breaking news on this one. Sean,
yes.
Where is Bruce Brown Jr. going?
He's going to the Denver Nuggets for 1 year, which I kind of like that actually. I think it would be good for the Nuggets. I think Denver needs to do something. The Denver Nuggets need to do something.
Yep. I mean, they just lost Michael Porter Jr. They added Cam Johnson. Listen, Bruce Brown Jr. I remember Bruce when he played in Brooklyn, and Bruce was fantastic. To be honest, he rebuilt his name in Brooklyn playing with Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and James Harden coming off the bench. He actually got to start over James Harden when things got a little rough, which was really great. And Steve Nash was not afraid to put James on the bench for a little bit and then pull him off when needed. But Bruce Brown is a good fit in Denver with the squad that they have. I would imagine with Michael Porter Jr. gone, they're gonna have to at least get 2 or 3 guys. They're gonna be able to come in and fill that slot. And Michael Porter Jr. demanded a lot of money in order to stay there. So we'll see what happens at the end of the day around that. But Bruce Brown Jr. was somebody else I thought the Celtics might have had on
this
their
is
minds
not
as well.
breaking. I don't think it's breaking news worthy. Free agent center Kevin Looney agreed to a 2-year.
That absolutely is breaking news. Tell us from the top.
Free agent center Kevin Looney has agreed to a 2-year, $16 million deal, and he's going to the Pelicans.
Son,
yes.
Kevin Looney, major part of the Golden State Warriors' success at center, signing a 2-year, $16 million deal. The New Orleans Pelicans are loading themselves up right now. You're going to put Kevin Looney out there with Zion Williamson, or like a healthy, like performing Zion Williamson? Got to be kidding me. That's a great addition. I will say though, Sean, I don't know if you're worried. The Golden State Warriors just moved their center.
Yeah.
Is this clearing the floor for Al Horford to go to Golden State? They just moved their center.
It might be.
And got rid of a lot of money. Is Horford going to go there on like a $15 or $14 million deal now?
For like 2 years or like 1 year?
For 1 year. Just to wrap it up, see if he can get a championship in Golden State.
I mean, I hope, as a Celtics fan, I hope not. But for our Al Horford fan, I mean, good for him if he does that. I'd be very sad if he leaves. But it it would be a great opportunity to get Luke Cornett to play a little more, or if we actually go sign another center.
There's a lot of people reporting on social media that the Celtics had called the Golden State Warriors about Kevin Looney. Sean,
imagine Kevin
I would not
Looney.
have been surprised.
Imagine a man on the Celtic. Yeah,
I think that's
such a Celtics name though.
To be honest, I think that there was something there. I would not be surprised if the Celtics didn't offer Al Horford and probably a second round pick next year for Kevin Looney. I would not be surprised. And now that he's off the board, does Horford sign with the Celtics, re-sign with the Celtics, or does he opt out of his deal that he has and go there? I don't know. But the more that we start to see people move, I know my whole computer's shaking. There's so much going on. The more that people start going places, the more that we can kind of fill in the pieces and say, like, hey, this is a great fit for Boston. This is like, again, we talked about Michael Porter Jr. would have been a great fit in Boston. Bruce Brown Jr. would have been a great fit in Boston. With Tatum out. So I don't know. With Kevin Looney off the board for the Celtics too. Yeah, it's just all over social media. Everybody's like, damn, really wish the Celtics worked for Kevin Looney. Like got to the number that he needed.
I do hope the Celtics do something tonight or in the next few days.
It looks like the Sacramento.
I wouldn't doubt Brad Stevens to do that.
So this is coming from Brett Siegel, who's from Clutch Points, who we respect Brett quite a bit in terms of his reporting. He's officially saying the Sacramento Kings are in the process of this was as of 1 minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
The Sacramento Kings are in the process of finalizing a contract with veteran point guard Dennis Schroeder. In need of a starting point guard, the Kings made an aggressive push at Schroeder, who ultimately decided to leave Detroit. So that means Dennis Schroeder would be aligned with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan as of right now in Sacramento, which is not a bad-looking lineup if you're talking about point guard, shooting guard, small forward to head into next season with. I'm going to be honest with you, with Golden State losing Kevin Looney and Kevin Durant now in Houston, I mean, the West has gotten real interesting now. Mm-hmm. There's a lot more openings for teams to find a way into that last couple playoff spots and maybe make some moves. Ian Begley, as of 5 minutes ago from the Knicks on SNY TV. Knicks are at the top of Jordan Clarkson's list once he clears waivers this evening. New York has the $5 million taxpayer exception and the veterans minimum exceptions to offer Clarkson. So he's able to get paid before he retires if he was able to go to New York. So that'd be interesting to see Jordan Clarkson in a New York Knicks jersey. So we'll have to see what happens on that end. Everybody's still reacting to Kevin Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. going to Brooklyn. Everybody's.
That's probably the biggest one so far tonight.
Yeah. Shams just tweeted an end of an era in Golden State with Kevin Looney exiting to New Orleans. I agree. Yeah. The Looney era is over. That's a horrible thing to say. The Looney era.
The Looney Tunes era.
I mean, they used to. They used to play that when they announced Kevin Looney in Golden State. So it was really cool.
Looney wasn't in the latest Space Jam movie.
Oh yeah, right.
Instead of LeBron James, it's just Looney.
Yeah, so we are waiting to see more. What happens here in terms of news? This is a very interesting episode because we are literally just waiting.
We could talk about the WNBA and having their three new, not new teams, but
oh yes, do you want to report that out, Sean? That's a good talking point here.
Which
a bunch of different WNBA teams over the next 5 years. Expansion into other cities.
Let me get my tweet up because I tweeted that.
Yep.
Okay.
That's totally fine.
Because I follow Underdog WNBA, so maybe I need to follow this guy. Maybe I should follow Doug with WNBA stuff. So they announced for Cleveland for 2028, and then we have Detroit for 2029, and then
wow,
which also excited to see Philadelphia for 2030.
Yes, very happy to see Philadelphia getting a WNBA team. It's about time
because
this is the expansion.
Yeah. I mean, do you think Detroit and Cleveland's going to go back to the original team names because they used to be the Detroit Shock, and I think it was Cleveland.
Sean, I'm sorry, I have to
The
break some
Rockers.
news to you.
Oh, are you kidding me?
You're not going to like this.
I just
Strania, free agent center Luke Cornett has agreed to a 4-year, $41 million deal with the San Antonio Spurs, sources tell ESPN. The front court addition Spurs, who negotiated a contract tonight with Cornett's agent, Weinpeg of Gersh Sports. Sean, Luke Cornett is officially out of Boston on a 4-year, $41 million deal. Cornett and Wembanyama on the court together?
Okay, yeah. But that begs the question:
What are the Celtics doing?
Are we re-signing Al Horford? It feels like we are now.
Now it does. It sounds like you have to.
Are we gonna find another center?
You lost Looney.
We lost Looney. We lost Cornett now.
Wow.
And we lost Porzingis.
Yeah, and you traded Porzingis. So if Al Horford decides, I mean, sorry to say this, if
I'm posting my reaction saying not happy
for everybody,
was mad face.
mad
not happy
face.
There we go.
Not happy.
I do not.
There
like
it is.
That.
Yeah, there you go.
I did not like that.
Luke Cornett to San Antonio. He got his payday, man.
I mean, I'm happy for him, but as a Celtics fan, why? He's gonna be really good in San Antonio.
Yes. Yeah, he's gonna play really well in San Antonio. He's got the experience. He's got playoff experience. Celtics fans are not happy about it.
Of course we're not. I'm pissed.
It's got to be. There's got to be like Brad Stevens has just got to make a move now. It's been the Celtics just losing guys.
Oh yeah, he just made a move.
No, but you know what I mean. Like bring a guy in. Yeah, he did make a move. You're right. You're right.
Oh no, I mean I get what you're saying. he makes a good move, not a shitty move. Unless Celtics gonna grab someone huge, we're getting rid of 41.
That's just it. That's just it.
Like,
are the Celtics looking to add a top center here? Are we talking like a Miami Heat Bam Adebayo trade? Are we talking?
Come on,
somebody who wants to come and play? Jason Tatum. I don't know if you saw the video of him working out today.
I saw a little bit of it. Yeah.
He is literally.
Imagine Bam on the Celtics, though.
I know.
We'll see Asia Wilson at the guard if that happens.
That's right. That's right. All right. So you were talking about Sean with the WNBA expansion and everything else.
Yeah, maybe she'll go to the Suns if that happens.
That would be. I mean, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the WNBA is going to be like, does that is what just talked about?
Sean, I'm so sorry once again.
Celtics again?
No, not this time. But it does affect the Celtics with what's just happened. Sean, free agent center Clint Capella has agreed to a 3-year, $21.5 million deal with the Houston Rockets,
That's
sources tell ESPN.
Very surprising.
He's going back to Houston from a trade to Atlanta. Very interesting. Yet another center off the board for the Celtics.
Is all the centers like getting moved around this offseason? It feels like it.
It seems like it. It seems like all the centers are getting moved around, and everybody is now saying on social media, "What in the literal hell? what is going on here that the Celtics are missing out on these centers as they're moving?"
Brad's got to do something. He has something up his sleeve.
Got to. Like, at this point, I mean, just every 5 minutes now, you're trying to tell us more about the WNBA expansion. I'm rudely interrupting you to tell you bad news for your Celtics every 5 seconds here. So my deepest apologies about it. Sean, did you? Oh, okay. I thought you tweeted out another angry face about.
Oh no, I
mean, you did.
It's still kind of angry because we didn't get him. Man,
all right. I think you're in the clear, Sean, to talk about the WNBA expansion again.
Yeah.
So, I will give a heads up in case.
Yeah. So back to my original question, though, since Detroit and what was it? Now I lost what it was. It was Detroit and not Philly. I mean, it is Philly, but
Philly is getting a team.
I'm already lost because the Cornet thing broke my brain. I'm sorry.
It totally destroyed your evening. It's what happened here.
It really did. Cleveland. Sorry. So my question is, do they go back to the original team names, or do they get brand new ones?
That's a really interesting point. It seems like.
But also, my other question before, if
go ahead.
Also, the big question of Connecticut rebranding to Boston, because I feel like we might see that happen. I mean, I know we've talked about this a lot.
Yeah, the purchase of the team, moving them to Boston, playing at the Garden, probably a rebrand in some way, shape, or form. I would say. Sean, you got some news over there?
Sorry.
Looks like I got some news.
I'm gonna.
More breaking news, folks.
Free agent guard Karis LeVert has agreed to a 2-year, $29 million deal with the Detroit Pistons.
Atlanta has now lost 2 players in the last minute. They've lost Clint Capella and they've lost Karis LeVert. Sean, I'm going to throw this out there. I'm absolutely.
Do the Hawks get Al Horford? Is that what you're going?
Do the Hawks get Al Horford, or does Trae Young get moved? Does Trae Young get moved? And is Atlanta in full rebuild mode?
Where does he go if he gets moved?
If I am going to take a shot in the dark here, Jonathan Kuminga is very close to re-signing with Golden State. Okay. My guess is, if we were going to take a wild guess in the dark, I would say that Trae Young would go to Golden State and play with Steph Curry for a year.
I don't see that happening though. Like I don't. They're too similar.
Celtics
players.
could go after Trae Young. They could. But you got Peyton Pritchard. You'd have to give up Peyton Pritchard.
I'd rather not, honestly. I think Peyton's a better player than Trae Young.
It's interesting because Karis LeVert on the move to the Pistons. The Pistons just got. I remember Karis playing in Brooklyn. Karis was fantastic, and him being in Detroit is a very solid move. I mean, Atlanta getting rid of 2 guys like that. The Celtics getting rid of Cornet, like the East is in a very interesting spot right now, in terms of I don't know. There's something brewing though. You're right. There is something brewing.
Something with the Hawks or something with the Celtics in there. Like, I don't know, dude.
I mean, it's
now.
anyway. All right, let's get.
I'll be pissed again. I'll be very mad if Al Horford leaves and we have no center.
Yeah, I mean, I would be mad if Al Horford leaves and the Celtics didn't make any opportunity to try to bring him back, right? Like they didn't offer him another contract, or they didn't try to say, "Hey, we're going to bring in so and so from Atlanta that you played with." You know, somebody that you're familiar with, which a Karis LeVert would have been somebody, or a Clint Capella would have been somebody, knowing you're losing Cornet. Resign Al Horford, bring in Capella. So you have Horford and Capella. Horford at power forward, Capella at center. Would have been dominant. Absolutely dominant for the Celtics. But anyway, so we're at that. I agree. Very excited to see the Philadelphia franchise in the WNBA, Sean. I think if you're saying the with Boston too, I think we're looking at all new names. I think we're going to look at a complete rebrand across the board. It just makes sense. I mean, maybe not in Detroit because the Detroit Sparks was such a great name. Is it Sparks or was it
It's Shocker? No.
Shocks?
Detroit Shocks.
It's a great name. It's a fantastic name because of the Great Shocks. LA Sparks, sorry. Nobody cares about them. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, I think that there's maybe some exceptions to names. WNBA coming to Boston will be the single greatest thing to happen at TD Garden in a very long time.
Just do what they did with Golden State. Have them play at TD Garden. That's
the Valkyries, yeah.
Look at Valkyries. They're racking in tickets and all that. They're a good team this year. First team.
Yeah, no, they're fantastic, and Boston getting a WNBA franchise would be exactly what the town needs. I mean, to be honest with you, the Connecticut Sun are already playing exhibition games at the Garden twice a year.
Yeah, I mean they play. UConn plays there a lot.
Yes, yeah, UConn even goes then, and that makes sense because there's such a.
It's a good place for college basketball there. So
yeah,
it would be a good place just to play at for like championship or whatever.
I forgot Miami. Excuse me, Miami Heat. Miami Heat. Duncan Robinson was he did not sign his extension, so Duncan Robinson's also available. The local New England kid, come to Boston. Looks like a lot of folks just seeing a clip now from the if you're watching us, also go over to ESPN on closed caption and watch. They're talking on NBA on ESPN right now with free agency. Notorious Ohm just said, with Kevin Looney gone, all signs look like it points to Al Horford going to Golden State. So that seems to be the narrative that's being pushed out there right now, is that Al Horford would be going to Golden State, or that there's enough room and discussion out there that could be happening. Sean, the fact that everybody in the NBA insider world is saying that can't be helpful whatsoever.
I'm actually right now looking who's available for centers.
Oh, for the Celtics to even try and go get, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they also could.
It's tough.
I mean, Miles Turner would be interesting.
Miles Turner. Yep.
I mean, would Indiana just re-sign him?
I would think so. They're going to want to run back that team. They're going to want to run him back.
With Brook Lopez from
Brook
Milwaukee.
Lopez in Boston. That'd be interesting.
Wagner from Orlando would be.
Oh, Franz Wagner.
Yeah.
Interesting. So there's some options out there. Those are all guys that waived their contracts too to try to see what they could get.
Plumlee from Phoenix is good.
Plumlee was
Jackson
great in Brooklyn.
Hayes from the Lakers.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm nervous right now because we haven't think of Shams some 8 minutes ago, but and I feel like something's gonna happen next.
Nick Cattles, our good friend from Locked On Pats, and Greg Bedard on 98.5 The Sports Hub. He just said, "I assume Al is headed to Golden State. More Celtics trades are only a matter of time. I trust Brad Stevens." If Al Horford leaves, I think Derek White moves because you're going to have to get somebody at center who's going to be able to hold the line. And I'm not sure out of that free agency list, maybe other than Brook Lopez and Plumlee, that there really is anybody.
I mean, that's just free agent. I mean, do we have anyone that we could trade, though? That's the whole question.
Derek White's the only one that can right now. J.D. Davidson and Walsh as well, Jared Walsh off the bench. Those are the only other guys I could think. That would make sense in that way. But as of right now, it Celtics are being awfully quiet. Awfully quiet. What's not going to be quiet is when Boston, I'm going to say it, when Boston gets a WNBA team. Painting the Chat podcast here is going to be their opening game.
Oh yeah.
That opening night, it's going to be electric. We're going to be full supporters of that team.
Whenever that will happen, but
whenever that happens, yeah. But I like the idea that they're expanding, they're building off of its success. They know what's coming in NCAA as well with the NIL and with more talent coming up through high school and talent that's going to only need a couple of years in college. Listen, if they want to move, if Connecticut wants to move quick, they're going to have the opportunity to draft her.
Yeah.
So Juju Watkins in Boston is a possibility.
We got a few years before that happens for her, but
yeah, got another season here essentially until that becomes a reality, I would say, which is really, really exciting. Curious to see. Shams has been awfully quiet for this period of time.
If something's big is gonna happen.
When Shams gets quiet,
something huge is gonna happen.
Yeah,
it gonna be the next 10 minutes, next 5 minutes? It could be any minute, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems. Some people are saying they don't think they're going to get the Horford decision tonight. Things are moving faster than I expected them to. So we'll have to see what happens on that.
We might have to break your news about that tomorrow. A quick 10-minute.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I think with the NBA free agency happening the way it is right now and the way that it's going to span over the rest of this week with July 4th, I would imagine they're going to want to get a lot of stuff done before the July 4th vacation for a lot of these guys. Yeah. I think today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday are going to be big. So, yes, folks should be able to see all the things that were happening in terms of NBA free agency. Of course, Sean and I are going to be all over social media. Of course, we were going to get into the MLB season in review this evening and talk about top fives. However,
we might have to do it another time.
I think so. I think we're going to have to rename episode 20 to Waiting on News, essentially. But there's going to be a lot happening across social media this evening. I am definitely going to be turning on and listening to the Shams over on the NBA free agency breakdown on ESPN this evening, talking about what's happening in the world. And we encourage everybody, of course, to follow at Paint the Chat Pod over here on X for all the breaking news that Sean and I are going to be putting out. I expect Sean will probably do a live video reaction or record himself if the Celtics make a huge move or something.
Unless that happens while I'm at work, I probably won't be able to do that. But
I mean, tonight, maybe Brad Stevens is cooking something.
Tonight, yeah.
Who knows? But we will have to wait and see what happens on that end. I think, Sean, what we were going to do is, because we got all this news coming in, slowly but surely, and there's going to be opportunities for reactions. Let's get into a very exciting announcement before we call it quits on episode 20 here. Listen, Sean and I, we love doing card collecting. Right? We like
card collection. Card collection. Cards.
Yeah, we like finding really cool cards. We love doing it, and you're gonna.
These aren't my cool cards, but my cards are my thing.
And later this month, down in Medford, Massachusetts, you'll be seeing us at the Great American Beer Hall. Sean and I are going to be heading around, checking out all the fantastic vendors. Make sure to check out the promotion that we will be doing for that card collecting show. It's a fantastic show that's going to have multiple vendors. It's not even just sports cards, it's Pokemon cards, it's Magic the Gathering, it's a whole slew of different cards.
It's exciting for us because it's going to be our first time doing this type of stuff. I mean, we've done Comic Cons and all that, but
we've collected cards since we were at middle school. We used to talk about it.
Like I used to collect Pokemon cards and baseball cards back in the day. It was cool to go through my old stuff. Didn't really find much, but it's still cool to go through stuff. But I mean,
yeah,
because if I didn't go to Japan this year and didn't get any cards, I don't think I would be into cards again.
No, your trip to Japan kind of did that for you, didn't it? Because they take it really seriously over there.
Like I wasn't expecting to get much sports cards over there, but getting all the Japanese cards,
some of these cards,
and then
there's
getting
people,
Pokemon again. It's it's fun just to open packs and see what you get. It's also fun to chase some cards that you want. There's a couple cards that I want to get and chase, but
I mean, some of these cards from Japan, man, are just really, really cool things. Look at that reflection that I'm getting off of there. Yeah. I mean, these are beautiful, beautiful cards. And Sean, I have to admit, you bringing back some cards for me, and it kind of rejuvenated my love of collecting sports cards specifically.
I mean,
and it could be a better time for it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Anyway, in saying that, we are really excited.
So we're going to be opening cards called on TikTok.
That's right. PTC Rips is coming to TikTok live in the coming weeks.
Hit that breaking news. Speaking of Brook Lopez, he has gone 2-year, $18 million to the Clippers, LA Clippers.
Wow. Free agent center Brook
Clippers
Lopez.
And Lopez agents that negotiate a new deal for the 2021 Bucks champion to exit Milwaukee and go to Los Angeles. So that's
another center off the board for the Boston.
This is the fourth best center of tonight.
Everybody is moving their big men. It seems like they're re-signing elsewhere.
It was going to be something big, and we had to wait.
Wow. Everybody's saying, I read Los Angeles and didn't expect to see Clippers at the end of that sentence. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't. The Clippers of all places. That's where Brook Lopez is going. The Lakers were widely viewed as the front
We're
runners
gonna
for
get
him.
Al Horford thing tonight, I think.
Here's the final thought, too, Sean. DeAndre Ayton is sitting out there as well. DeAndre Ayton has yet to sign with a team.
Mm-hmm.
He left Phoenix. Lakers were, this is from Brett Siegel, the Lakers were widely viewed as the front runners for Brook Lopez this entire time. With DeAndre Ayton becoming a free agent, it's the Clippers who got Lopez. Does Ayton, are the Celtics, is Brad Stevens working on signing DeAndre Ayton to the Celtics? Because that would be a great pickup for the Celtics.
That would be like,
but as of right now, it seems like the Celtics are moving away from getting a big man, and I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either.
It doesn't make sense. It just again. Anyway.
Unless we're re-signing Horford. Like, I don't know what's happening.
But they should be saying that. Like, if you're going to do it, then pull the trigger on it before Golden State hops on it. Like, I just don't understand. I feel like Brad is just kind of playing this waiting game. And with Jason Tatum out next year, I don't think you can play a waiting game.
No.
With any of these guys. I mean, you want to run it back. Then run it back. I don't know. Seems a little bit on the confusing end to me. Seems a little confuzzling.
Yeah, I'm confused. Those Celtic fans, what's going on? I need answers.
Sean, to celebrate. Also, if folks got distracted by the breaking news, let me just remind you: PTC Rips coming to TikTok Live in the coming days, weeks. Make sure to check it out. Here's that promo again for everybody. Very exciting times here on Painting the Chat podcast. And Sean, in honor of Rips, I'm going to open up a pack.
You're opening one pack tonight. Do it.
One pack this evening of the 2025 Top Series 2. I looked at the ones that I had, and I was like, this looks like a thick boy.
I'm saving
maybe
the next one because I can get 2 autographs.
Yeah. That's right. I got another box coming too. You got 2 autographs.
Well, yeah, I'm chasing AZ Fud on your end page.
Let's see what's inside.
While you do that, I'm going to keep my eye on Chom's.
Please do. Sean, I've got a Jorge Polanco Summertime Shine.
There we go. Summertime Shine.
Summertime Shine.
Last time I
361.
That's what I had last time. I got so many Summer Shine ones.
Kyle Bradish of the Orioles. Andrew Monastero of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Nice.
Josh Smith, Texas Rangers. Very cool, like action card. A little bit blurry. That's okay. Yuri Perez. Getting a lot of horizontals here.
I think on TikTok it won't be blurry. Hopefully not.
No, it will not be. That is for damn sure. Marcus Semien, Texas Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Sean Burke, the horrible Chicago White Sox. Kevin Alcantara, rookie card from those Chicago Cubbies. So blurry. Let's move. Look at Gav. Look at Gav right there. Look at Gav.
Always good for a rookie card.
David Fry of the Cleveland Guard Dogs. Look at that face.
What a photo.
That's how Sean feels right now about the Boston Celtics. Right now.
He's right now? Yeah.
You got to make a move. Something's got to happen.
No, this is me. I'm Brook Lopez. This is what I look like. This is what I look like. I'm just confused.
Oh, Nick Knack, the Patty's back. Landon Knack.
Nick Knack.
Sean, very cool one. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Summer Superstars. Vladimir Jr. I know. I'm going to hold on to that one on the side. Of course, which is interesting, the stars of the MLB, Jose Altuve. These can be okay. Sometimes they're worth something. Sometimes they're not.
I think there's different variations.
I'm JP Sears of the Oakland Athletics, aka the Sacramento Athletics. So I'm happy with the Jorge Polanco's Summer Stars, Jose Altuve, and then of course the Summer Superstars, Vladdy Jr. Like that card a lot. So I will be sleeving those off to the side. That is in honor of PTC Rips, folks.
Just a little tease. I mean, actually, I technically teased it like a month ago, so.
It's true. You really did. You really did. We're gonna have great camera angles, by the way. We're gonna get that down facing look so you can actually see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out how we do it. So don't worry.
Yeah. Be very exciting to see those episodes. You'll be able to check them out on TikTok Live. Very specific evenings, of course. Probably on the weekends when Sean and I can get together and do some rips together. I think that's going to be the way for folks to get the full experience. Sean, until we get some more news here from Shams Trani, let's call it quits on episode 20. We will be back, of course, with a full episode talking about the MLB season in review and our top 5 jerseys.
We will change the title for this, of course.
We knew NBA free agency was coming. We thought it was going to be a very light evening of moves, so we would have other conversations. It was not light. It started off light, and then suddenly things started happening. But Sean Michaud
ended light, hopefully.
And now it's ending light. Anyway, Mr. Sean Michaud, it's that time here on Painting the Chat podcast. It's a little thing we like to call
plug time.
Plug time here from the crew. Mr. Sean Michaud, where can the good people find you across social media?
You guys can follow me on Twitter and X right here, Sean Michaud 1, and on Instagram at ItZoneZ, and maybe on Facebook. You probably, if you find me, I probably won't add you, but
it's worth a shot. Listen, I did it once and it worked, but I think that was kind of shit luck probably at that point, right?
Probably.
You guys can follow me here over on X at X_Robin W. Vogt, over on Instagram at IG_Robin W. Vogt. Please make sure to smash that subscribe button right here. Mash that like button and make sure to turn on notifications for everything happening here at Painting the Chat podcast. More updates coming, of course, around PTC Rips on TikTok. You can follow us over on TikTok as well at Painting the Chat podcast. Lots of clips coming from this episode and previous episodes. I love the Sean reaction. That's definitely going to be a clip that's going to be up here. We're going to get the breaking news, Sean reaction to breaking news, being like, what the fuck? I'm trying to get some other stuff in. There's probably some great freeze frames of you just being like, so we will get those up to everybody, of course, through TikTok and on social media. Please make sure to keep it locked for all the breaking news that's going to be coming from Shams and the entire NBA crew as we learn what the Celtics moves are. Will Brooklyn add some more pieces? We will wait and see. For Mr. Sean Michaud over there, my co-host, this is Robin Vogt signing off here. We will see you over on socials this evening. And please be well, be safe. Have a great 4th of July and enjoy this time. We will see you soon.
Yes.
That's right.
We'll probably see you on TikTok, or if we have making a huge announcement, we'll see you then.
Right back here. We'll see you then, folks. Have a great evening. Peace out.
Take care. Have a good night, everyone.